Hello, and welcome to today's Flow into Yoga. Today is Tuesday, so it is our therapeutic day. Um, Go ahead and have a foam roller, a couple of blocks, and a strap. And we are going to get started. And we're actually going to start a little bit differently today. We're going to start with the foam roller and then go into our centering, our breath work. So we're going to grab our foam roller here, come to the mat, and bringing the foam roller underneath your thighs here. And you're just going to roll your thighs, or your hamstrings for Heather. And then when it feels appropriate to, you're just going to move to your calves. And so with my foam roller, I have some grooves in them. So you can either roll your calves, you just kind of have to use your hands to lift yourself up, or because I have some grooves in mine, I can just kind of work from side to side. Being gentle here. So you don't want to massacre your soft tissues here. You want something that feels beneficial, a movement that feels beneficial rather. And so even it doesn't even have to be a big movement. You can also just be static. And then we're going to take our foam roller and bring it to our back here. So you're just coming to the back of the rib cage here, just a little bit above the edge of the rib cage. Interlace the fingers behind the head just to hold the head, the weight of the head here. And you're just going to lift up or crunch up. And then you'll move that foam roller up a little bit more. Do some more crunches or cat-cow, however you want to think about this. And move that foam roller up a little bit closer to the shoulders. And then we're going to go right on back down to a starting area lower on the rib cage here. Just where it's comfortable. And the back of your pelvis can rest really comfortable on the mat here. And you're just rolling up a little bit. And then we're going to do that one more time. So you're not ahead, you're not behind, you're exactly where you need to be. You're just gonna lift up off of that. Go ahead and stick your foam roller to the side. We're done with that for now. And then we're just gonna bend our knees, plant the feet to the mat, and rest our back on the mat. So just letting the spine decompress here. Just gonna place your palms wherever's comfortable. I'm placing mine on my belly. Closing your eyes. Taking a deep in breath in. Exhale, release. Then on your next inhale, you're going to inhale for 4. We'll pause for 4. We'll exhale for 4. And we'll pause for 4. So I'll lead you through it. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 3, 4. Pause, 3, 4. Exhale, 3, 4. Pause. So do this on your own for just about 3 more breaths. You're going to end on an exhale. And then you're going to blink your eyes open. Then just gently walk your feet so they're hip width apart and windshield wiper the knees from side to side. And then hugging your knees to your chest. Exhale the knees to the left side. Just going to hover the knees above the mat. Inhale the knees through center and exhale them to the opposite side, hugging the knees above the mat. Inhale to center, hug your knees to your chest. And then stacking your knees over your hips, really pressing your lower back into the mat, then touching one toe down and then the opposite. Just moving from side to side. If you need more of a challenge, you touch the toes further away from the body. Then you hug your knees to your chest. Good. And placing the left foot on the mat, interlace the fingers behind the right. Just rest the leg there. Draw some circles with your toes. And then reversing, go in the opposite direction. And then hinging at your knee. And you're just going to draw some circles with your hip here. And reversing, going in the opposite direction. And then coming back to center. And just planting the foot to the mat. This time, inhale, peel the hips away from the mat. Inhale, lifting the hips up the spine, and then reversing. And then interlace the fingers behind the left thigh. Let the thigh rest there. Drawing some circles with the toes. Reversing direction. And hinging at the knee. And then drawing some circles with the hip here, just holding on to the knee, drawing circles. And then reverse, go in the opposite direction. And then coming back to center, plant the foot down. Inhale, lifting the hips towards the ceiling. And then release down, just going down the vertebrae. Inhale, lift the hips up, move up towards the thoracic spine. And then reversing. Good. And then hugging your knees to your chest or just holding on to the back of the thighs. Option for 3 spinal rocks here. And we're just going to make our way into our tabletop. So in our tabletop, knees are hip width apart, big starfish hands, gaze is neutral. Inhale, drop your belly, heart and gaze move forward, cow. Then exhale, round the spine, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And then coming to a neutral spine, walk the palms towards the top of the mat. Hips are over your knees, coming to your forearms and forehead. And just exhale, releasing the heart towards the mat. And then inhale, lifting back up into your tabletop. And just drawing some circles with your ribs here. And then reversing, going the opposite direction. Good. And then coming back to your tabletop. So you're going to extend the right leg long. Bring that right foot to the outer edge of your right hand. And you may need a block or two here. We're going to tuck the toes of the left foot. And place your hands on your block if that's helpful here. And lift that back knee up. And then maybe this is as far as you want to go. Shifting the weight into this front foot. You're going to shift forward, your knee is bent, and then you're lifting up, like working your glute here as you come into a warrior 3. Put that back toes down, back knee down, palms to the mat, and extend that right leg long. And then set the right foot forward. Plant the foot to the mat, tuck your toes, and then lift up into warrior 3. Plant the back foot down, a back knee down, palms to the mat, extend the leg long. And then stepping the foot forward, last one, lifting up, going slow here, really making that outer hip work. Maybe you want to reach the arms behind you in a full warrior 3. And stepping the back foot down, back knee down, palms to the mat, extend the legs long. And coming back to tabletop. Inhale, drop your belly, cow. Exhale, round the spine, cat. Inhale to a neutral spine, extend the left leg long. And you're going to step this foot to the outer edge of your hand. Tuck your back toes, lift that back knee up. So if you struggle with balance, maybe this is a good place to stop. Also place your palms up here on your blocks. You can just stop here, or if you want more, you're lifting that back leg up. Building some strength here. And placing the foot down and knee down, palms to the mat, extend the leg long. And then as you exhale, you're stepping forward. Lifting the knee up. Maybe going further. Last one. Coming back to tabletop. Inhale, drop your belly, cow. Exhale, round the spine, cat. Inhale to a neutral spine. And you're just gonna, let's go ahead and, you know what, let's go ahead and tuck our toes, lift our hips down dog. And pedal the feet, shift the hips from side to side. Bend into your knees, look to the top of the mat, walk or step between your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift all the way up into extended mountain. And then exhale, palms to heart center. 3 breaths here. Good. Inhale, reaching up into extended mountain. Interlace the fingers, make a pistol mudra, and then exhale, reach to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, cactus the arms, lift the breastbone up. Inhale, reach up into extended. Exhale to a forward fold, belly to thighs. You're just hugging your thighs to your belly, head is heavy. Bend into your knees. Inhale, lifting up into chair. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Inhale to chair. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Inhale to chair to extended. Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale, reaching up. Interlace the fingers, make a pistol mudra. Exhale, reach to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, cactus the arms. Lift the breastbone up. Inhale, extend. Exhale to a forward fold. Big bend in the knees, belly to thighs. Hug your thighs to your belly. Head is heavy. Inhale, lifting the torso up into chair. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Inhale to chair. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Inhale to chair to extended. Exhale, palms to heart center. Take 1 breath. Good. Inhale, reaching up into extended mountain. This time you're sitting down into chair. So your feet are hip width apart. You're shifting your weight towards your heels. You're reaching that tailbone behind you. And then exhale, belly to thighs. And then coming up into drinking bird, but you're straightening your legs a little bit. And then inhale, reach up to chair. Exhale, belly to thighs, straighten the legs a little bit. So we're just working our hamstrings here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. Good. And then inhale, reach up through chair to extended. Exhale, let the arms float slowly down to the side body. Taking a deep in breath. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, reach up into extended mountain. Exhale to a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your palms to the mat. Walk or step back to your plank. Drop to your knees. Then your chin, chest, and belly. Inhale, lifting the head and shoulders and the feet, coming into locust. Gazes down your nose, elbows hug in. And tucking your toes, making your way to your down dog. And if you want to shift your feet or pedal your feet, shift your hips from side to side, you can do that. We're going to step this left foot forward, drop your back and knee down, and take a moment here. If you need to add some movement, go ahead and do that. Maybe grab your blocks here. And then we're just coming up into our low lunge. So grounding the heel and the knee to the mat. And then imagine you're trying to pull them towards one another, but they're glued to the mat. So you're feeling those muscles of your hamstrings and your quads fired up. And maybe reaching the arms up. Interlace the fingers behind the head, elbows hug in, lifting the breastbone up. You're continuing to press your heel and your knee into the mat, trying to drag them towards one another. And then exhale, planting the palms to the mat, shifting back into your half splits. You can add some movement here if that feels good. And then we're planting the right palm to the mat or block. Reach those left fingertips towards the ceiling and bring the palm behind the head. Exhale, elbow to the outside edge of the knee. Inhale, reach up. You're exhaling down and inhaling up. You've got about 5 of these. And reach those left fingertips towards the ceiling. And then exhale, plant the palm to the mat. Step the knee back to tabletop. Inhale, drop your belly cow. Exhale, round the spine cat. Inhaling to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog. And then you're stepping the right foot forward, dropping the back knee down. If you want to add a little bit of gentle movement, you can do that. Just finding the placement of the knee and the foot. And then you're grounding your knee and your heel to the mat. Imagine they're glued to the mat, but you're trying to pull them or drag them towards one another. And really feel your hamstring and your quad activated. Inhale, warrior one. Interlace the fingers behind the head, elbows hug in, breastbone lifts up. And then exhale, plant the palms to the mat, and you're shifting back into your half splits. And then bending into your right knee, plant the left palm down, reach those right fingertips up towards the ceiling, and then bring the palm behind the head. Inhale, and exhale, elbow to the outside edge of the knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring down. Inhale up. Three more. And then reaching those right fingertips towards the ceiling. Exhale, plant the palm to the mat. Step the leg back, table. Inhale, drop your belly, cow. Exhale, round the spine, cow. Inhale to a neutral spine, tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog. Bend into the knee, look to the top of the mat, walk or step between your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift all the way up into extended mountain. Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale, reaching up into extended mountain. Interlace the fingers, make a pistol mudra, reach to the right. Inhale through center, exhale to the left. Inhale to center, exhale, cactus the arms, lift the breastbone up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, belly to thighs. Bend your knees. Inhale, lifting up into chair. Exhale, open arm twist left. Inhale, chair. Exhale, open arm twist right. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your palms to the mat. Walk or step back to your plank. Drop to the knees, the chin and chest and belly. Inhale, lifting up into locust. Gazes down your nose. And make your way, tuck your toes, and lifting back up to your down dog. Stepping the left foot forward, drop that back knee down. If you want to add some movement, you can still do that. And then just coming into our low lunge. You're grounding that heel and that knee to the mat. Imagine you're trying to pull them towards one another. Inhale, reaching up. This time, exhale, cactusing the arms. And then rounding the spine as the forearms come towards the midline. And then you reach back up. So just some cat cows here. Maybe your palms touch. Maybe not. And you're reaching up into extended low lunge, planting the palms to the mat, and then coming back into your half splits. Maybe you want to add a little bit of movement. And bending into your knee, planting your right palm to the mat, reach those left fingertips towards the ceiling. And then exhale, plant the palm to the mat, step the leg back to table. Drop your belly, cow. Exhale, round the spine, cat. Inhale to a neutral spine, tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog. Inhale the right leg long, and then gently step that foot forward, drop the back knee down. And if you want to add your movement here, you can go ahead and do that. You're just finding some placement of the heel, the foot, and the knee. And then you're coming into your low lunge. You're grounding your foot and your knee. Imagine you're trying to pull them towards one another. You're going to feel your quad and your hamstrings activate. Inhale, reach the arms up. You're cactusing the arms, lifting the breastbone up. And as you exhale, round your spine. Maybe your palms touch. Inhale and exhale. You reach the palms up to extended low lunge. And then exhale, plant the palms to the mat and shifting back into half splits. Maybe you want to add some movement. Maybe not. Remember, your hip is staying over your knee or in front of your knee because we're always working towards a full split. We're never shifting our hips back behind our knee. That's something else. And bending into your right knee, plant the left palm down, reach those right fingertips towards the ceiling. And then exhale, plant your palms to the mat, step the knee back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral spine. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips, down dog. Bend your knees, look to the top of the mat. Walk or step between your hands. Inhale, half fold. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, lifting all the way up into extended mountain. Exhale, let the arms float slowly down to the side body. Inhale, reaching up into extended mountain. Exhale, bending into the knees, sitting down into chair. So your feet are hip width apart, reaching your tailbone back behind you. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, belly to thighs, coming into a drinking bird variation here, but you're straightening the knees just a little bit. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Inhale. Moving through this on your own. Working the hamstrings. And you're going to inhale into chair, reach all the way up into extended mountain. Let the arms float slowly down to the side body. Good. And then taking a block here. So we're going to do a tree pose in more of a therapeutic way. We've done this before in class, but we're just going to make sure that our heel and the ball of the foot are on our block and our foot is dead center in the block. So you don't want your block to become unstable. If your foot is really big, you're going to use two blocks, place them together with the heel on one block and the ball of the foot on the other. So you just figure out what works for you. We're going to place the right foot. Actually, let's place the left foot first on the block. So just make sure you're really stable before you step up onto the block. You can use your toes here as a kickstand, palms to your hips. And then if you can, just dorsiflex your right foot, even out your hips. You're lifting that knee up, and then we're just gonna sway or swing our leg. It's called block swings. Really good work for your glute muscles here, especially the outer glutes and the upper. And when you're ready, you're just going to step off and just come to Tadasana. And then bringing your right foot to the block. And so making sure the foot is really stable here before you lift up. If you need to, you can always place your right palm on a wall or a piece of furniture. Moving at a pace that is comfortable for you. So you may have to just stay low. And that's fine too. But really, if you're struggling here, I really recommend just coming next to a wall, placing your right palm on the wall, just to really help you to stabilize yourself. And then we're going to step off of that. Add any movement that feels good to the body here. Savasana. Inhale, reach up into extended mountain. Grab onto the left wrist, reach to the right. Inhale, center, switch the grip, exhale to the left. Inhale to center, exhale, cactus the arms, lift the breastbone up. Inhale to a forward fold after you come to extended. You're exhaling to a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, planting your palms to the mat or even a block here. You're stepping your right foot back. We're coming into a high lunge here. Lifting up into your high lunge, making any adjustments. Knowing you can drop to this back knee anytime. We're in high crescent lunge to be specific. Cactus the arms. Then exhale, round the spine. Forearms come together. And then inhale, open up. Exhale, round in. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round. Inhale, open up. Reach up. Then exhale, plant your palms to the blocks or a mat. Step the back foot up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Step the right foot back, coming into your high crescent lunge, bending into that front knee. Inhale, lifting up. Cactus the arms. Inhale, lift the breastbone up. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round in. Cool. Coming into your high crescent lunge. Exhale, plant your palms to the mat. Step the back foot up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bending into your knees, we're just going to make our way to our sit bones. So planting the feet to the mat, feet are a little bit wider than hip width. You can hold on to the backs of your thighs here and just lift one leg and then the other, or you can place your palms to the mat here, supporting your spine and your hips. What I don't want you doing in this pose is concaving down. So making sure we're keeping that breastbone high. You can lift one leg and then the other, or you can just come into reaching the arms forward. We're just moving into a boat of some sort. And I just want it to be a one-leg boat. So lifting one leg and then the other. And then from here, you're planting the feet to the mat, just beginning to roll to your back, going slow, like using your core here. And then coming into a full body stretch, maybe arching the back and hugging your knees to your chest. Maybe rolling from side to side, rocking from side to side. Good, and then we're gonna grab onto our strap here. And coming back to your back, you're gonna wrap the strap around the ball of the foot, extend the leg long, and then take your strap and just wrap it around your wrist here. And so this right knee is bent, the foot is planted to the mat. We're gonna make this an active stretch. You're pressing the ball of the foot into the strap as you put some tension on the strap here, just by letting the arms be heavy. Now imagine you're trying to drag your heel towards the mat. So you're going to feel the back of your leg here. Those muscles are activated, they're engaged. I like to hold an active stretch for about 30 seconds. And then you're just going to exhale, release the foot, and let the tension of the strap hold that leg. You can keep this right knee bent or straighten the leg. Inhale and exhale. Good, and then bringing the strap into the left hand here, bring the leg to the left side. So what you want to do here is keep the foot dorsiflexed, lift the heel towards the ceiling, toes point down towards the mat. Nice stretch for the inner thigh. Make sure you're keeping your right shoulder on the mat. If that shoulder peels away, just bring the leg, back it out. Holding on the strap, bringing it back to center. Hold on to the strap with your right hand and bring the leg across the body here. So you can just go a little bit, bring the leg all the way across the body, making sure you're keeping your left shoulder on the mat. If that shoulder peels away, just back the leg out a little bit, just even a little bit across the midline is still very beneficial here. You can bend that knee if you need to. Pulling on the strap, coming back to center, release the strap, and just extend the legs long on the mat here. Just noticing the left side from the right. Any sensations there? And then bending your knees, wrapping the strap around the ball of the right foot, take the end of the strap, wrap it around your wrists, and let the arms be heavy here. Making this an active stretch, pressing the ball of the foot into the strap. Imagine you're dragging the heel towards the mat. And you're just going to release and relax the foot into the tension of the strap. Just be passive here. And taking the strap into the right hand, and just begin to bring this leg out long. Again, you're flexing, dorsiflexing the foot, heel moves up towards the ceiling, toes begin to point down towards the mat. Make sure you're keeping your left hip on the mat. pulling on the strap, bringing it back to center, bring the strap into the left hand, and bring that leg across the body. Remember, making any adjustments here that you need to, just making sure that this right shoulder stays on the mat. Nice stretch for the IT band, also a nice spinal twist here. And just gently pulling on the strap, coming back to center, release the strap, release the leg. Set the strap to the side. You're going to hug your knees to your chest, lift the head and shoulders. And then as you exhale, coming into your Shavasana. Inhale and exhale, release. Shavasana. Add some gentle movement to the fingers and toes. Maybe rotating the joints. And then when you're ready, take a full body stretch. Inhale. As you exhale, bend your knees, roll to the right side in a fetal position, allowing space for gratitude, space for acceptance. And then when you feel ready, go ahead and press yourself up into an easy seated position. Bringing your palms to your heart space. Bow your head. May there be peace in your thoughts. May there be peace in your words. May there be peace in your heart. And may you share that with all beings. Thank you so much for joining me with so much gratitude. Namaste. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you really got something out of this therapeutic yoga class. If you have time, maybe spend a little bit of time in meditation, 5 to 10 minutes. Having a lit candle to gaze at is really nice. Please let me know if you have any questions. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you soon.